Oh, hello viewers. Here I am. My new Camp Pal tent here I got on Amazon because of my Alps tank got molded. It got full of mold just from the heat and humidity here. So I ended up buying another tent here. I want to thank my friend for the funds to buy this tent. And I did get one, as you can see. I paid like $124, I think. But after I bought this tent, they marked it down to $114 on Amazon. So I was like, oh man, if I could just waited like another week, I could have got it for $114. But still, I got it though. So I got it in the khaki color here, little khaki. And for the last 2 days since Sunday after church, I got a terrible migraine. And I did have no more tablets here, these headache tablets here, so I went and got some yesterday here. So, these really do work though, these headache relief tablets here. They contain caffeine, and let's see if I can pronounce this, acetaminophen, aspirin, and caffeine, these contain here, so they seem to work. They actually do knock out a migraine though. I had a migraine for like 2 days and I was just suffering big time. And I took a couple of these yesterday when I bought them. Bought a bottle of grapefruit soda and it took a couple of these and it started working. I mean, it took maybe about half hour. My migraine was gone. So praise the good Lord for these headache tablets here. And I'm in my Bible here, my lovely gift Bible here, which I love a lot. I had to glue the cover back on because the cover is starting to separate here. It's probably due to the humidity. You know, the outdoors is not really the best place for a Bible, so I kind of glued it back together. Because I like it. I like this Bible here a lot. I like the typeface in here. So, I'm still reading through the Bible here. I'm in the book of Zephaniah here. I'm nearing the end of the Old Testament. So it says this in Zephaniah. It says, the word of the Lord which came unto Zephaniah the son of Cushai, the son of Gedaliah, the son of Amariah, the son of Hizkiah, in the days of Josiah the son of Ammon, king of Judah. So Josiah was the last of the good kings of the southern kingdom of Judah. He was the last of the good kings. In fact, we could read a little bit about Josiah and his goodness in the book of 2 Kings, which I love. I love those historical books. So we can read a little bit about this Josiah here. Okay. Would be chapter 22 of Second Kings. And now he was the son of Ammon, which was a bad king. But here's what it says about Josiah here. It says, Josiah was 8 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 31 years in Jerusalem. And his mother's name was Jedidah, the daughter of Adiah of Bozkath. And he did that which was right in the sight of the Lord, and walked in all the way of David his father, and turned not aside to the right hand or to the left. And it came to pass in the 18th year of King Josiah, that the king sent Shaphan the son of Azaliah, the son of Meshullam, the scribe, to the house of the Lord, saying, Go up to Hilkiah the high priest, that he may sum the silver which is brought into the house of the Lord, which the keepers of the door have gathered of the people. And let them deliver it into the hand of the doers of the work, that have the oversight of the house of the Lord, and let them give it to the doers of the work which is in the house of the Lord, to repair the breaches of the house, unto carpenters and builders and masons, and to build timber and hewn stone to repair the house. So it's talking about the temple, Solomon's temple, Of course, the temple got pretty trashed by the bad kings when they offered up their sacrifices to the planets and to other gods and all that. So the temple of God got pretty much neglected and even partially destroyed. Verse 7 says, "Howbeit there was no reckoning made with them of the money that was delivered into their hand, because they dealt faithfully. And Hilkiah the high priest said unto Shaphan the scribe, I have found the book of the law in the house of the Lord. And Hilkiah gave the book to Shaphan, and he read it. And Shaphan the scribe came to the king, and brought the king word again, and said, Thy servants have gathered the money that was found in the house, and have delivered it into the hand of them that do the work, that have the oversight of the house of the Lord. And Shaphan the scribe showed the king, saying, Hilkiah the priest hath delivered me a book. And Shaphan read it before the king. And it came to pass, when the king had heard the words of the book of the law, that he rent his clothes. And the king commanded Hilkiah the priest, and Ahikam the son of Shaphan, and Achbor the son of Micaiah, and Shaphan the scribe, and Azahiah a servant of the king, saying, Go ye, inquire of the Lord for me, and for the people, and for all Judah concerning the words of this book that is found. For great is the wrath of the Lord that is kindled against us, because our fathers have not hearkened unto the words of this book, to do according unto all that is written concerning us. And it goes on here. So anyway, so that was the time that Zephaniah prophesied here, that God raised up the prophet Zephaniah, was during the reign of Josiah, which was the last of the good kings of Judah, of the southern kingdom of Judah. So let's go back to the prophet Zephaniah here. So let me start over again here. The word of the Lord which came unto Zephaniah the son of Cushi, the son of Gedaliah, the son of Amariah, the son of Hizkiah, in the days of Josiah the son of Ammon, king of Judah. I will utterly consume all things from off the land, saith the Lord. I will consume man and beast. I will consume the fishes of the heaven. I will consume the fowls of the heaven, and the fishes of the sea, and the stumbling blocks with the wicked. And I will cut off man from off the land, saith the Lord. I will also stretch out mine hand upon Judah, and upon all the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and I will cut off the remnant of Baal from this place, in the name of the Chemarims with the priests. So I'm going to have to look it up, Chemarims, today. And them that worship the host of heaven upon the housetops, and them that worship and that swear by the Lord, and that swear by Malcham, and them that are turned back from the Lord, and those that have not sought the Lord, nor inquired for him. Hold thy peace at the presence of the Lord God, and Lord God is spelled capital L, the lowercase O-R-D, but God is in all caps, so that would be, in the Hebrew, that would be Adonai Yehovah. It says, For the day of the Lord is at hand, and Lord's in all caps. For the Lord, in all caps again, that's Jehovah, hath prepared a sacrifice. He hath bid his guest. And it shall come to pass in the day of the Lord's sacrifice, that I will punish the princes and the king's children, and all such as are clothed with strange apparel. And it says, In the same day also will I punish all those that leap on the threshold, which fill their masters' houses with violence and deceit. And it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord, that there shall be the noise of a cry from the fish gate, and an howling from the second, and a great crashing from the hills. Howl, ye inhabitants of Mattesh, for all the merchant people are cut down. All they that bear silver are cut off. And it shall come to pass at that time that I will search Jerusalem with candles, and punish the men that are settled on their lees, that say in their heart, the Lord will not do good, neither will he do evil. Therefore their good shall become a booty, and their houses a desolation. They shall also build houses, but not inhabit them. And they shall plant vineyards, but not drink the wine thereof. The great day of the Lord is near. It is near, and hasteth greatly, even the voice of the day of the Lord. The mighty man shall cry there bitterly, since that day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, a day of the trumpet and alarm against the fenced cities and against the high towers. And I will bring distress upon men, that they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against the Lord. And their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as the dung. Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath. But the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy. For he shall make even a speedy riddance of them, of all them that dwell in the land. So it's talking about judgment that's coming upon Judah because of their sins here. Chapter 2 says, Gather yourselves together, yea, gather together, O nation not desired, before the decree bring forth, before the day pass as the chaff, before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you, before the day of the Lord's anger come upon you. Seek ye the Lord, O ye meek of the earth, which have wrought his judgment. Seek righteousness, seek meekness. It may be, ye shall be hid in the day of the Lord's anger. For Gaza shall be forsaken, and Ashkelon a desolation. It's funny how Gaza's in the news all the time, we think about Gaza and what's going on there. So verse 4 says, For Gaza shall be forsaken, and Ashkelon a desolation. They shall drive out Ashdod in the noonday, and Ekron shall be rooted up. Woe unto the inhabitants of the sea coast, the nation of the Cherethites. The word of the Lord is against you, O Canaan, the land of the Philistines. I will even destroy thee, that there shall be no inhabitant. So, the Philistines is right where Gaza and stuff. The so-called Palestinians inhabit now. The Palestinians aren't even Philistines; they're Arabs from various Arab countries that came to the land as Israel was coming back to their land, the Jewish people, because the Jews brought prosperity when they came back. And we know the story that when Israel became a nation again in 1948, how the so-called Palestinians, which are really just Arabs and like the surrounding countries like Egypt and Lebanon and Syria and Jordan and around the Middle East there, they try to claim that land as their land, but the land belonged to Israel. God gave it to Israel for their inheritance. So these people, the Philistines, God said he would bring judgment on them. Of course, the Philistines were not Arabs at all, so the so-called Palestinians tried to claim the Philistines as part of their descent, but these people weren't even Semitic people. These were people they were Cherethites, the nation of the Cherethites. They weren't even Semites. They actually descended from Ham's lineage, the Philistines. Go back to Genesis chapter 10 there. So here's what God says about Gaza here. What's called Gaza today. And the sea coast shall be dwellings and cottages for shepherds, and folds for flocks. And the coast shall be for the remnant of the house of Judah. They shall feed thereupon. And the houses of Ashkelon shall they lie down in the evening, for the Lord their God shall visit them and turn away their captivity. So we see that some of these Philistine cities are actually in Israel today, like Ashkelon, the city of Ashkelon, for example, is within Israel's borders there. And so is Ashdod too, the city of Ashdod. Look on any map of Israel, you'll see these cities. So now, the Jews now control that. They're part of Israel now. So verse 8 says, I have heard the reproach of Moab and the revilings of the children of Ammon, whereby they have reproached my people. And who's my people in this passage here? Is talking about Israel here, the Jewish people, and magnified themselves against their border in the land of Israel here. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, surely Moab shall be as Sodom, and the children of Ammon as Gomorrah, even the breeding of nettles and salt pits, and a perpetual desolation. The residue of my people shall spoil them, and the remnant of my people shall possess them. This shall they have for their pride, because they have reproached and magnified themselves against the people of the Lord of hosts. Talk about against the Jewish people. The Lord will be terrible unto them, for he will famish all the gods of the earth, and men shall worship him, every one from his place, even all the isles of the heathen. Ye Ethiopians also, ye shall be slain by my sword. And he will stretch out his hand against the north, and destroy Assyria, and will make Nineveh a desolation, and dry like a wilderness. And flocks shall lie down in the midst of her. All the beasts of the nations, both the cormorant and the bittern shall lodge in the upper lintels of it. Their voice shall sing in the windows. Desolation shall be in the thresholds, for he shall uncover the cedar work. This is the rejoicing city that dwelt carelessly, that said in her heart, I am, and there is none beside me. How is she become a desolation, a place for beasts to lie down in? Every one that passeth by her shall hiss, and wag his hand. Chapter 3 says, Woe to her that is filthy and polluted, to the oppressing city. She obeyed not the voice, she received not correction, she trusted not in the Lord, she drew not near to her God. Her princes within her are roaring lions, her judges are evening wolves, they gnaw not the bones till the morrow. This is talking about Jerusalem here. Her prophets are light and treacherous persons. Her priests have polluted the sanctuary. They have done violence to the law. The just Lord is in the midst thereof. He will not do iniquity. Every morning doth he bring his judgment to light. He faileth not, but the unjust knoweth no shame. I have cut off the nations, their towers are desolate. I made their streets waste, that none passeth by. Their cities are destroyed, so that there is no man, that there is none inhabitant. I said, Surely thou wilt fear me, thou wilt receive instruction, so their dwelling should not be cut off. Howsoever I punished them, but they rose early and corrupted all their doings. Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. So this is verse 8 is talking about the same day, the same event that Joel the prophet spoke about here. In chapter 3 here, it says, "For behold, in those days and at that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah in Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations, and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. And they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for an harlot, and sold a girl for wine, that they may drink. Yea, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coast of Palestine?" Of course, that word Palestine is referring to the Philistines, because the Hebrew word there is Palasheth. So it's talking about the Philistines there. "Will ye render me a recompense? And if ye recompense me, swiftly and speedily will I return your recompense upon your own heads, because ye have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians, that ye might remove them far from their border. Behold, I will raise them out of the place whither ye have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head. And I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Sabeans, to a people far off, for the Lord hath spoken it." And it goes on, and says, "Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near, let them come up." And just to talk about the nations here. "Beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause the mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Let the heathen be wakened, and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat. For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about." So this is talking about the last days here. Is talking about the battle of when Jesus Christ comes back, and he's going to judge the heathen when they come against Israel, when they come against the Jewish people here. So it's the same event that Zephaniah here is speaking about here. In verse 8 here, chapter 3, verse 8. "Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger. For all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. For then will I turn to the people a pure language, that they may all call upon the name of the Lord, to serve him with one consent. For from beyond the rivers of Ethiopia, my suppliants, even the daughter of my dispersed, shall bring mine offering. In that day shalt thou not be ashamed for all thy doings, wherein thou hast transgressed against me. For then I will take away out of the midst of thee them that rejoice in thy pride, and thou shalt no more be haughty because of my holy mountain. I will also leave in the midst of thee an afflicted and poor people, and they shall trust in the name of the Lord. The remnant of Israel shall not do iniquity, nor speak lies, neither shall a deceitful tongue be found in their mouth. For they shall feed and lie down, and none shall make them afraid. Sing, O daughter of Zion, shout, O Israel. Be glad and rejoice with all the heart, O daughter of Jerusalem. The Lord hath taken away thy judgments. He hath cast out thine enemy. The King of Israel, even the Lord, is in the midst of thee. Thou shalt not see evil any more. In that day it shall be said to Jerusalem, Fear thou not, and to Zion, Let not thine hands be slack. The Lord thy God in the midst of thee is mighty. He will save. He will rejoice over thee with joy. He will rest in his love. He will joy over thee with singing. I will gather them that are sorrowful from the solemn assembly, who are of thee, to whom the reproach of it was a burden. Behold, at that time will I undo all that afflict thee, and I will save her that holdeth, and gather her that was driven out, and I will get them praise and fame in every land where they have been put to shame. Remember how the Jews, when they were driven out of their land, they were scattered among all the nations of the earth. So this is making a reference to that here in verse 19. So let me read this again here. It says, Behold, at that time I will undo all that afflict thee, and I will save her that holdeth, and gather her that was driven out, and I will get them praise and fame in every land where they have been put to shame. Talk about the Jewish people, the people of Israel. At that time will I bring you again, even in the time that I gather you. For I will make you a name and a praise among all people of the earth, when I will bring back your captivity before your eyes, saith the Lord. And that will be during the millennial reign of Jesus, the Messiah, of course. So, okay, well, thank you for watching again, dear viewers. I'm in my good old gift Bible here, my Bearing Precious Seed, Milford, Ohio, printing here. So thank you for watching again, dear viewers, and God bless you too.